how did I pick certain songs to add in there? And I'm still adding it. And some of it is just also just based on like, okay, this is the kind of like you got kind of an upbeat vibe going on his playlist. So let me drop a couple songs that are kind of fit the vibe, even if the lyric content is different, you know?
Are you putting in there any Rakim? Any Eric B and Rakim?
Not in this one. He's heard it before. He's heard some before. He's been around it enough, but I don't know if he remembers the names. Now he's at the point where he's remembering, like, well, here's a song. If he likes it, he remembers the name of the song and he wants to add it to his shit. So
Because what I think is super dope about Rakim is that he doesn't curse,
yeah,
but he's still, you know, as dope as it comes. I mean, the dopest. So
yeah.
you could. It's not like you're compromising the lyrics or the music by presenting Rakim at any point.
I should put on like Follow the Leader or Know the Ledge or one of those. It's got an upbeat
Yeah, yeah,
joint. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's actually a
Yeah.
really good point because the Rakim spits so hard that you would think is laden
You
with
think
curse
he cursed?
words.
Yeah.
And it's just knowledge in the cleanest sense, which is wild, bro. That's true.
It was super cool to see that it actually just he picked up on it, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
was actually listening to the lyrics and paying attention to the stuff.
I,
Shows you how
so
powerful music can be, especially to young people, and how it can influence how they're thinking, both on the negative side and the positive.
yeah, it's something like I don't really restrict, particularly my son, because he's like really into like hip hop.
Yeah,
I don't restrict him on what he listens to so long as like if he's gonna listen to stuff that has a lot of curse words, I have him like just put on headphones. And I've played with both sides of it. I've played with like restricting him and then not restricting him. And I find in his scenario, in his case, he's responsible enough to not repeat the things that he knows he shouldn't. And but see, among his friends, I'm sure he's letting stuff fly here and
right.
there,
Oh yeah.
right? Which I'm not necessarily mad at
No,
because if you know how to,
yeah, they're gonna do
adapt to
that.
the scenario, like I think it's okay. Because at the end of the day, like look, bro, I could be a sailor. The older I get, the more I'm trying to really like use my words instead of just like fill in the gap with whatever curse word.
Right. We don't waste our words at this point.
Right. But I kind of I think there's a little bit of it allows for us to have this like interesting dynamic as father and son because we both love hip hop, different eras. No, not really. He loves the 90s also. But he's like understanding kind of the foundation of it or more of the history through hearing it the way that it was intended, or the way that they intended it to be heard.
Yeah. And so what I was telling Manny was that, I was going in and I was having them swap out a lot of the edited stuff, especially on some of the Cube and some of the Snoop stuff.
He was killing his vibe.
Yeah, it was I had to kill, huh?
Swap out the edit. Swap out for the unedited, or swap
No,
it out for the
swap
edit.
out for the edited. So I killed his vibe a little bit, but I'm he hears us curse sometimes. Some of his songs still have curse words in it. It's just when it becomes an overload of it's like, there are some
Right,
songs,
right, right.
every other verse has got some crazy shit in it. And I'm just like, all right, dude, like you're gonna end up slipping, which he did. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
I think what's cool about kind of like what you're saying with the playlist, and I would imagine from the at least the way you're saying it is almost like he's doing it on his own, is like the balance of the styles of music, which I think that's the most powerful thing in hip hop, when there's balance. Um and yeah,
Yeah,
because you could have the hardcore thing, like for me, the most important time for me was when I was listening to NWA and Public Enemy, and that was
right.
to me the ultimate balance.
Yeah, and yeah, so that was my whole thought when I was hearing it. I'm like, all right, it's dope. And I like all those songs, but you're unbalanced right now. So let's throw in,
Right.
you know what I mean? Let's balance it out and you'll still enjoy it. And that's what happened.